People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
QueenB Radio proudly brings you People's State Bank and Grant Regional Health Center coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by Faust Electric, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Bytech Incorporated, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Claire Bank, Donnie's Tire and Auto, Fuller's Milker Center, Gary's Pest Control, Community First Bank, Guy's Truck and Tractor Service, Hernson's Ace Hardware, Krantz Auto Parts, the Peterson Agency, the Raleigh Cheese House, Mound City Bank, the Russell Law Office, the Shoebox, Sloan Implement, Timmerman's Talents, Tricor Insurance, and Wolf Construction.
Good evening from Belmont High School. It is regional championship Saturday night in the state of Wisconsin for high school volleyball, and one team this evening here in Belmont will break a long regional championship volleyball drought this evening as the Belmont Braves take on the Pecatonica Vikings on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel. This is our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. From the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis, and this is the Raleigh Cheese Pre-Match Show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Our matchup tonight is in Division 5, where the number 2 seeded Belmont Braves come into tonight's matchup with an overall record of 19-7. Their win over Potosi got them here this evening. They won on Thursday against Potosi 3 sets to none, 25-17, 25-13, and 25-21 after having a bye during the quarterfinal round. And the Pecatonica Vikings coming off a 3 sets to 1 win over rival Argyle, the 3 seed knocking off the 6 seed, 25-16, 20-25, 25-15, and 26-24. The Vikings come into tonight's matchup 15-8 overall in the season. They were in a 3-way tie for second place in the Six Rivers East this year. Belmont was tied for second in the Six Rivers West with Shalsburg. And the winner of this match takes on the winner of the match that we have over on ESPN Radio, AM 1590 WPVL, with number 1 seeded Barneveld hosting the number 4 seeded Shalsburg Miners. And the sectional round will take place beginning a Thursday night sectional semifinal round, and then a week from tonight will be the sectional final championship where the winner goes to state. The last time the Belmont Braves won a regional championship, it was back in 2004. They have 6 total regional titles, but they have had a drought since 2004. So 20 years for the Belmont Braves. And the last time the Pecatonica Vikings won a regional championship, it was 1994, 30 years ago. So both programs trying to end long-term playoff droughts in terms of regional championships in high school volleyball, and should make for a great matchup here this evening from a jam-packed Belmont High School on a Saturday night for high school volleyball. Coming up in a little bit, we'll talk with both head coaches. Had a chance to catch up with both Danielle Bonin and Melissa Schlimgen. I have some about the players on the Russell Office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Also get you the Fuller Smoker Center starting lineups. The colors of the match brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Also on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. As we mentioned, the other matchup in Division 5, Barneveld hosting Shalsburg. The winner of this match takes on the winner of that match on Thursday night. We'll get you updates on that matchup. Also on Super Hits 106 and the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel, in Division 3, the Cuba City Cubans hosting the Dodgeville Dodgers. And then over on Extreme 1071 and X1071.com in Division 4, Mineral Point hosting Cashton in a Division 4 regional championship. And earlier today in Division 2, as we heard on Extreme 1071, Platteville was swept in 3 sets by Madison Edgewood. Platteville losing 25-20, 25-20, and 25-15. Again, if we have any other updates around Southwest Wisconsin involving our teams, we will bring those updates to you on our Shoebox Scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. And we have the camera feed now up and live on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel. I'll step aside for just a brief moment and we'll come back with the coaches' thoughts. We'll talk with Danielle Bonin and Melissa Schlimgen coming up next on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Back at the Raleigh Chiefs pre-match show on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel. Regional final Saturday night in Division 5. The Belmont Braves hosting the Pecatonica Vikings. And we are now joined by Danielle Bonin, head coach of the Belmont Braves. Coach, thanks for joining us. Congratulations again on getting to the regional final here this evening and coming off a nice win against Potosi, a 3-set sweep after basically 9 days off from the previous match. So there might have been a little concerns about, rest versus rust heading into that matchup. But talk about the team's performance against Potosi and what the momentum is for this team heading into this regional final.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about those 9 days. Those are a really long time in between your matches. And I think our girls did a really good job at staying focused, and making sure that we had the exact same common goal, which was going as far as we possibly could this season. Practice, right back at it is what we needed to do. And the girls did a really good job versus Potosi at putting the ball down and playing offensively where we needed to play. Going into tonight, we need to do the exact same thing. It's hard hits and putting the ball where it needs to go, finding those holes and working as a team is where we exactly need to be tonight.
Yep, and looking at, the team's body of work, a 19-7 record coming into this match and an opportunity to bring home a regional championship for the first time in 20 years. What would a regional championship mean for this team and, really helping with the development of the Belmont football or the Belmont volleyball program, I should say?
Yeah, absolutely. This is our third opportunity in the last 3 years that we've been at a regional finals match. Unfortunately, the past couple of years was versus Highland, which is a big rival for us. Being at home is huge for us this year, and going into a regional finals and knowing that it's 20 years ago is just icing on the cake for these girls. They're hungry for it and they want it. And again, we go back to that common goal that we started at the beginning of the season. We're going to go as far as we possibly can with that state mindset. Every day is a different day. Every game is a different game. We have to go in thinking it's 0-0 and we could lose, and we have to put everything into these matches.
All right, Danielle Bonin with us on our Raleigh Chiefs pre-match show, getting ready for Belmont and Pecatonica in our regional final in Division 5. Russell Office's injury report seemed like the team has been relatively healthy over the last few times that we've been able to cover the Braves. What's the health of the team coming into tonight's matchup?
The same thing. We're going to knock on wood. We got some bumps and bruises, but those are the common things that happen with volleyball.
Yep, absolutely. And then the matchup with Pecatonica tonight, kind of an uncommon opponent, 6 Rivers East, 6 Rivers West type of matchup. What do you know about the Vikings and what challenges do they bring and what does Belmont need to do tonight?
Yeah, so we played them in the 6 Rivers tournament over in Monticello at the beginning of the season. As a team, they were versatile, but they also knew how to hit holes for our team. We have worked really hard at focusing on where we're being placed on the court so that we can be aggressive on those digs. I do know that Pecatonica is out some players, unfortunately, for the season or for the rest of the season, and hopefully we can capitalize off of those strong players that they're going to be missing out on.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us. Have some fun and good luck tonight.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, that's Danielle Bonin, head coach of the Belmont Braves. We'll have more on the Raleigh Chiefs pre-match show after this on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Volleyball tonight on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel is brought to you by the Stroh's Inn Bar and Grill in Hollandale. Food is great. Come early and stay late at the Stroh's Inn Bar and Grill in Hollandale. Follow the Stroh's Inn on Facebook to learn more. Also by Pecatonica Co-op Oil in South Waymar for all of your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle as well, but for yourself as well. Quality Senex fuel products will keep you on the go. The South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op Oil of South Wayne. Here's our pregame chat with Pecatonica head coach Melissa Schlingen here on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Sports YouTube channel, getting ready for regional final Saturday night with the Pecatonica Vikings taking on the Belmont Braves in Division 5. And we are joined by Pecatonica head coach Melissa Schlingen. Coach, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on getting to the regional final round, coming off a win on Thursday night against Argyle, a 3-1 win. Coming into the matchup tonight, 15-8 overall on the season. Talk about that win against Argyle on Thursday night and the team's body of work to this point of the season.
Yeah, it's always a battle. Thanks, Tyler, for having me tonight. It's always a battle going up against Argyle. So Thursday night, we knew what we needed to do to kind of put it on our side. We played Argyle just the previous week and actually came up the other way around, right? Argyle beat us on their home court, and I think home court advantage is huge in a game like that. So being at home and the energy of the crowd and, knowing that it's, playoffs and we're going in with 5 seniors into the end of the season here, I think we all just kind of came together and had the right energy and put it together on the court.
All right. When this team is playing well, what have been the strengths of the team throughout the season?
Yeah, I think when we are playing well, you can see it in how we're doing offensively. We can hit the ball really, really well, and our girls know how to put the ball where it needs to be on the court to get a kill. We also are an aggressive serving team, so that's, I think, been our key objectives for the season when we are successful.
All right, Melissa Schlingen, our guest on the Raleigh Chiefs pre-match show, getting ready for Pecatonica and Belmont. Our Russell office's injury report. Talk about the health of the team throughout the duration of the season, and are there any players that will be missing action tonight due to injury?
Yeah, we have been on a roller coaster of injuries this year. One of the girls that is actually in our starting lineup tonight, Brooklyn Johnsrud, has been out for the majority of the season. She endured a thumb injury in fall softball, so she's just kind of coming back into the end of the season and has been super dynamic in our lineup. Then I think in our first week of play, Tatum Kirshner, our starting setter, was showing a heifer in the Iowa County Fair and got stepped on in the show ring, broke 2 toes, came back mid-season, and she has just been performing well. And I think mostly that's going to affect our lineup tonight is Madeline Cleary on September 30th. She went down in our warm-ups with a pretty sustainable ankle injury and will be out for the remainder of the season. So I would say that we've made very quick adjustments. Our team is super versatile with all of those injuries. We've kind of had to make some pivots, so the girls are prepared to go into any position that they need to, and I would also say that that's probably a strength of ours, is that literally I can put in any lineup and these girls just kind of go in and work hard and get it done. So.
All right, that's good to hear. And then our key to the match, taking on the Belmont Braves, a team that you haven't seen yet this season. What stands out about the Braves, and what are the things that Pecatonica has to do tonight?
Yeah, so we did see Belmont at a Monticello tournament early this season. Yeah, so in tournament play in our very first tournament on August 30th, I believe it was. We did lose to Belmont, but we took them to 3 that night, and I think, or that afternoon, and I think, just kind of seeing some film and knowing kind of what we need to do. If we do what we did against Argyle the other night, we should be just fine to kind of push forward for a regional win. For I think I just shared with you, it's been 30 years since Pecatonica has been able to kind of get that big W, so we're looking forward to it.
It should be a great one. Thanks a lot for joining us, Coach. Have some fun and good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
That's Melissa Schlingen, our guest on the Raleigh Chiefs pre-match show. We'll have more after this on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Back in Belmont as we get ready for the opening serve for the Belmont Braves and the Pecatonica Vikings on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel. WIAA Division 5 Regional Championship on a very busy night for Southwest Wisconsin's volleyball teams trying to bring home a regional crown and advance to the sectional round next week on Thursday night. Again, the winner of this match takes on the winner of the match that we have on AM 1590 WPVL, which is Barneveld, the 1 seed, taking on Schulzberg, the 4 seed. And you heard Coach Schlimgen just mention a little bit ago, I thought that these two did not play each other during the regular season, but they did play back in a tournament in Monticello, and Belmont did win that match 2-1, 25-18, 22-25, and 15-4. So if it went 3 sets in a tournament, could be a very good matchup here this evening between the two programs, although, again, that was back in August, and teams are certainly different now at this stage of the season, but again, a drought will end tonight in one way or another. Again, the Belmont Braves have not won a regional championship in 20 years, and the Pecatonica Vikings haven't won a regional title in 30 years. So a drought will end this evening, and we're looking forward to seeing how it all plays out here on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our Volleyball Tonight brought to you by Steve's Pizza. It's never too early to book your holiday party. Email Steve's Pizza reservations at gmail.com to get the holiday ball rolling at Steve's Pizza in Platteville. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and traditions. The Melby Funeral Home and a Crematory. Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington. Contact Fritz's Burner Service, your best choice for all heating and cooling needs in Darlington and the surrounding area. Check them out on the web at fritzsburnerservices.com. And with providers in Platteville, Cuba City, Kieler, and now Darlington, Family Medicine at Southwest Health brings exceptional, accessible, and convenient care right here in your community. And by Claire Bank, with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Let's run down the Fuller's Smoker Center starting lineups for tonight. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at FullerSmokerCenter.com. Starting off for the visiting Pecatonica Vikings, the number 3 seed in the upper left quadrant of this sectional 3 bracket in Division 5. The Vikings, again, 15-8 overall on the campaign. They were 8-4 in the Six Rivers East. Their starting lineup goes like this. A 5'8" senior hitter, number 1, Michaela Gross. A 5'5" junior outside hitter, number 2, Brooklyn Johnsrud. Tonight's libero wearing number 3, Raya Jornby. A 5'8" senior outside hitter, number 7, Diana Hendrickson. A 5'10" sophomore middle hitter, number 8, Aaliyah Harris. A 5'6" junior outside hitter, number 10, Loretta Tisch. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Pecatonica Vikings, a 5'8" junior setter, number 12, Tatum Kirshner. The Vikings are coached by Melissa Schlimgen, and she is assisted by Brad Tisch, Nevaeh Gross, and Tessa Green. Now the starting lineup for the Belmont Braves, 19-7 overall on the season, 9-3 in the Six Rivers West, tied for second with the Schulzberg Miners. Their starting lineup tonight, a senior wearing number 2, Casey Rickers. A senior wearing number 5, Callie Hodgson. A junior wearing number 6, Addie McNett. Tonight's libero wearing number 10, a junior, Claire Rundy. A sophomore wearing number 21, Lexi Rickers. A sophomore wearing number 22, Carson Raymaker. And rounding out the starting lineup, a sophomore wearing number 23, Emily Ryder. The Braves are coached by Danielle Bonin, and she is assisted by Jackie Catry, Mariah Kendall, and Tori Nodolf. Those are tonight's Fuller's Smoker Center starting lineups. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at FullerSmokerCenter.com. The colors of the match brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. The Belmont Braves are in their home white jerseys with orange numerals and black stripes going down each side of the sleeves with black trunks. And for the Vikings, they are in their black jersey tops with Vikings written across the chest in green with green numerals outlined in gold and some green on each of the sleeves. The libero for the Vikings looks like it's actually number 18, which is Raya Joramby. Joramby is in a white jersey top with green numerals. And the libero tonight is wearing number 8, and that is Claire Rundy. So the numbers that I have didn't match up on the lineup, but we'll get that squared away before the first serve. And we will step aside for tonight's national anthem from Belmont High School.
Tonight's matchup between the visiting Pecatonica Vikings and your Belmont Braves. Belmont High School, Pecatonica High School, and WIAA require great sportsmanship and education-based sporting events. Attendance at finished lines of activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation demonstrating the high sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. To honor America, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem.
Tonight's national anthem from Belmont High School as we get ready for regional final Saturday night. The Belmont Braves hosting the Pecatonica Vikings on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered in the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty of Fenimore and Lancaster and McNett Electric of Belmont. Tyler Dictanis with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. As player introductions are taking place right now, we ran down the Fuller's Booker Center starting lineups. And again, our shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Again, on Extreme 107.1 in Division 4, we have Mineral Point hosting Cashton. On Super Hits 106 on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel, Dodgeville is at Cuba City. And on AM 1590 WPVL, Barneveld is hosting Schulzberg. And we'll get you updates on those games on our Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Volleyball tonight brought to you by Nodoff Lumber in Belmont and Darlington. For agricultural, commercial, and residential building projects and remodels, Nodoff Lumber can assist, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 100 years. Nodoff Lumber in Belmont and Darlington. Volleyball also brought to you by the Stroh's Inn Bar and Grill in Hollandale. The food is great. Come early and stay late. The Stroh's Inn Bar and Grill in Hollandale. Follow Stroh's Inn on Facebook to learn more. And by the Pecatonica Co-op Oil and South Wayne Mart for all of your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle, but for yourself as well. Quality Synetics fuel products will keep you on the go. The South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op Oil of South Wayne. Both teams take the floor. Belmont is on the right side of the net. Pecatonica on the left as we see it here from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. as we refresh the feed for a brief moment so that way you guys have as crystal clear a view as we can provide. And serving for Pecatonica will be number 12, Tatum Kirshner, the junior. The liberos have checked in for both teams. Ladder official blows the whistle, and Kirshner runs up, running jump serve. We are underway as Rundy bumps it ahead to the front row for Belmont. Morgan Freeman sends it over with the right hand. Great dig in the back row by Raya Jornby. Ball pushed ahead. Morgan Freeman going for the spike, gets it down for the kill. First kill of the match for Morgan Freeman. And Belmont gets the point, and they are now serving 1, serving 0. As number 6, Addie McNett, set to serve for the Braves. Running jump serve for her, goes out of bounds on the near sideline. Service error, number 1 of the match. And we are tied at 1 in set number 1. Diana Hendrickson, the senior for Pecatonica, sends it over with the right hand. Belmont plays it in the back row. Set up for Freeman on the far side, trying to get it down, and it goes beyond the end line. And Pecatonica gets the point. 3 serving 1. As Diana Hendrickson set to serve again. Standing serve behind the end line. Ball pushed ahead to the front row. Set over on the second hit for Belmont. Vikings with it on their side. And a little teardrop hit sent back to the Belmont side. The Braves quickly return it. Here's another attack, another teardropper as Freeman chases it down. A backwards pass, but no one there. Pass goes out of bounds. And the Vikings out to a 4-1 lead in set number 1. Steve's Pizza is never too early to book your holiday party. Email Steve's Pizza reservations at gmail.com to get the holiday ball rolling at Steve's Pizza in Platteville. Belmont sends the serve back. Now the Vikings have it on their side, and an overhand attack goes beyond the end line. Loretta Tisch had a little too much smoke on it, and Belmont gets the point. It will be 2 serving 3 now. Thought the Vikings had another point, but either way, the serve is returned to the Belmont side. Braves go on the attack, and that one goes beyond the end line, but the Braves get the point. So I believe a net violation was called against Pecatonica, and we are tied at 3. As Morgan Freeman set to serve again for Belmont. And it's standing serve, punched over with the right hand. Tisch pushes to the front row. Attack on the near side, right into the net. Michaela Gross had the right idea, just hit it into the net. And Belmont in front, 4 serving 3. Freeman serving again. Another standing serve, hit with the right hand. Diving play in the back row by Tisch, set up in the middle. Michaela Gross gets it down for the kill. Beautiful setup on that set. Michaela Gross able to get it down between the 2 rows, and we are tied at 4 in set number 1 in this Division 5 regional final on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered in the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty and McNett Electric. Michaela Gross serving for the Vikings. Set up on the near side, and the attack is dug up in the back row. Lexi Rickers sending it over for Belmont, and quickly back the other way. Loretta Tisch getting the kill. Loretta Tisch goes cross court, paints the near sideline, and Pecatonica now in front, 5 serving 4, back and forth early in set 1. And the serve is going to be a let serve that rolls over the net for an ace. Nice serve there by Michaela Gross. Hit the net, had a nice rotation, rolled over to the Belmont side. No one could play it. 6 serving 4, Gross serving again. And a backwards pass, and now a side pass sent over to the Viking side for the 3rd hit. Vikings go on the attack, and painting the corner are the Vikings. I believe that was Aaliyah Harris, the middle hitter, getting that one down for the kill, and a nice run here by the Vikings. 7 serving 4 in this opening set. Running jump serve for Gross. Push ahead to the front row. Near side attack dug up in the back by Gross. Ball pushed ahead. Tisch trying to play it, but goes into the net, falls to the floor. Belmont gets the point. 5 serving 7. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and traditions. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory. Libero Claire Rundy sends it over with the right hand. The Vikings play it. Ball hits into the net, but the Braves are able to play it. Side hit and rolling over the net. Lexi Rickers. Unconventional, but it goes down. Belmont gets the point, 6-7. Claire Rundy serving again. Running jump serve. Dug up in the back row by Kayla Gross. Here's the setup in the middle, and Tish had the right idea, but just missed painting the inside of the near sideline. And we are back to being tied. We are tied at 7-7 in set number 1. Then Rundy's serve. Played in the back row by Gross. Here's the setup in the middle for Tish. Tish able to send it over with one hand, and now a near side attack as Rickers gets it down for the kill. Lexi Rickers, that is. As the ball is played and ricocheted out of bounds in the back row by Michaela Gross. Belmont back in front, 8-7. And jump serve for Rundy. Vikings try to send it over, but a double hit called against the Vikings. And now the Braves extending their run. They're up by 2 now, 9-7 in this opening set. Rundy's serve. Sent to the back row. Tish plays it. Another backwards pass, and now another backwards pass sends it to the Belmont side. Braves play it in the middle. A teardropper finding the gap in the defense and getting the point. I believe that was number 22, Carson Raymaker. She'll get the kill, 10-7, Belmont in front. Running jump serve for Rundy. Rundy's serve, played in the back row, hits the rafter, but stayed alive on the Pecatonica side. Vikings send it over on the third hit. Here's the attack on the far side. Played in the back row by Tish. Here's the setup in the middle. Tish hits it down, and a ping pong among the Belmont players. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Vikings end the Belmont run, 8-10 in set number 1 as number 14, Lila Schlimgen, set to serve. Serve played in the front row by the Braves, and now an attack by Rickers is played in the front row, quickly returned, but into the net, and the Braves will get the point. 11 serving 8 is a substitution coming in for Belmont. Number 23, Emily Ryder checks in. That will send number 6, Addie McNett, to the bench. And now serving for the Braves will be number 2, Casey Rickers. Running jump serve right side of the end line. And a backwards pass sent over to the Belmont side. Braves push ahead to the front row. Here's the attack by number 21, Lexi Rickers, but Vikings able to play it, and a great attempt to get it down for the kill. It does go down, as I believe it hit the floor before Belmont could hit it. And we'll credit the kill to Loretta Tish. That'd be her second of the match. 9-11 in set number 1. Loretta Tish sends it over with the right hand. A bump pass push over to the Pecatonica side, and a ball ricocheted as a carry called against Belmont. Pecatonica gets the point, 10-11. With providers in Platteville, Cuba City, Kieler, and now Darlington, Family Medicine at Southwest Health brings exceptional, accessible, and convenient care in your community. Braves return the serve on the third hit, and now 3 hits send it back to the Belmont side. Braves go on the attack in the middle, and ball popped up sky high, but the Vikings able to play it. A backwards pass sends it back to the Braves side. Set up on the far side, a teardropper dug up in the back row. Here's the setup by Tish. Sending it over is Diana Hendrickson. And the Vikings get it back, but a carry called against the Vikings will end the rally. Belmont gets the point, 12-10. Number 21, Lexi Rickers, a sophomore, set to serve for the Braves. As we have an official stoppage, and I believe we are set to resume. Here's the serve from Rickers. Right-handed serve off the chest of the back row player, and that'll be an ace for Rickers. Her first ace of the match. I believe it went off the chest of Michaela Gross. 13 serving 10. Braves on top. Standing serve. Gross pushes ahead to the front row. Here's the setup for Hendrickson. Far side attack. Nice pop up in the back row by the Braves to keep it alive. And a right-handed send over sends it back to the Pecatonica side, and getting it down for Pecatonica is number 8, Aaliyah Harris. Aaliyah Harris gets the point, and she will serve 11 serving 13. Standing serve. Grundy digs it out in the back row. Freeman sends it over with the right hand. 50-50 ball at the nets. Lexi Ricker sends it over with the right hand, but Pecatonica able to return it quickly as a spike was dug up in the back row by Pecatonica, and now a teardropper, and unable to control it for the Pecatonica Vikings. Belmont gets the point, 14 serving 11 in this opening set from Belmont High School, with number 22, Carson Raymaker, set to serve. Standing serve sent over with the right hand, played in the back row by Tish. Here's the setup in the middle for Michaela Gross, painting the end line for the kill. Loretta Tish going full send, sending that one and finding that inner part of the end line to get the point for the Vikings. 12 serving 14. And that'll be an ace as no one played it for Belmont. Back to a 1-point margin. 13 serving 14 with number 12, Tatum Kirshner, serving again. Kirshner running jump serve, right side of the end line. Popped up from the back row for the Braves. Grundy sends it over with the right hand, but it goes beyond the end line, and we are tied at 14. Belmont 14, Pecatonica 14, set number 1 in our Division 5 regional final. Running jump for sent over with the right hand, and that goes down as an ace as Belmont unable to return it, and the Vikings are in front again as Kirshner authors her second ace in this series as she sends it over with the right hand. Ball ricocheted out of bounds, and another ace, third ace in this service by Tatum Kirshner. 16 serving 14. Running jump serve again. Played in the back row by the Braves. Here's the set. Freeman sends it over with the right hand. Ball popped up in the back row. Set up on the far side for Hendrickson. Great dig in the back row by Claire Rundy, and Belmont unable to get it back over on 3 hits. It goes into the net. And now it's 17 serving 14. Boy, it's just been a swing of momentums. And a timeout taken by Danielle Bonin of Belmont. 17-14, Pecatonica leading Belmont in this opening set. And we'll tell you that our broadcast is brought to you by Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington. Contact Fritz's Burner Service, your best choice for all heating and cooling needs in Darlington and the surrounding area. Check them out on the web at fritzsburnerservices.com. I'm at Claire Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Volleyball also brought to you by Nordoff Lumber in Belmont and Darlington for agricultural, commercial, and residential building projects and remodels. Nordoff Lumber can assist, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 100 years. Nordoff Lumber in Belmont and Darlington. Cushman's Greenhouse is proud of the Belmont Brave athletic teams. Cushman's Greenhouse, 25655 Schultz Lane in Belmont. Coming out of the Braves timeout, Pecatonica serving, 17 serving 14 in the opening set. Running jump serve played by Morgan Freeman, pushed ahead to the front row, sending it over on a set is Casey Rickers. And a set return back, and a diving play to keep it alive for Belmont, unsuccessful by Claire Rundy. 18 serving 14, as it's been a 7-point run for Pecatonica. Morgan Freeman pops it up to the front row, gets it right back on a set. A diving dig, and now a backwards pass sends it back over to the Pecatonica side. Here's the setup in the middle. Michaela Gross taps it over. Ball dug up in the back row, set up on the near side for Morgan Freeman. Ball popped up sky high again. Another backwards pass. Diana Hendrickson sends it over with the right hand. And the Braves have to pass it back over to Pecatonica, and the right-handed attack dug up in the back row by the Braves. And a set by Hendrickson, nobody there. Ball hits the floor, Belmont gets the point. 15 serving 18. As Emily Ryder checks out, and coming back into the match is number 6, Addie McNett, to serve for the Braves. And that point ends a 7-0 run by Pecatonica. Here's a serve by McNett. Tisch plays it for Pecatonica, and going cross court, but going beyond the end line was number 12, Tatum Kirshner. And it will be the Braves serve again, 16 serving 18. Running jump serve for McNett. Ball played in the back row, now set. Ball sent over by Michaela Gross, and Belmont quickly returns it, and the ball hits the floor. I believe that was Callie Hodgson in the middle that was able to send it back over. And just like that, Belmont back to within 1, 17 serving 18. Jump serve right in the back, and now a right-handed send over popped up. Belmont returns it on the third hit. Set up in the middle, right-handed attack. Morgan Freeman pops it up sky high. A side pass sends it back to the middle of the floor. Ball sent to the back row of Pecatonica, and a great block kill at the net by Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman with her second kill of the match unofficially, and we are tied at 18 in this opening set. Back and forth we go. Addie McNett running jump serve. Played by Tisch, sent to the front row, ball at the net, and Belmont just can't get the ball through the net and over it to get the point. Pecatonica awarded the point. They are back in front, 19 serving 18. Diana Hendrickson serving for the Vikings. Standing serve, right hand. Played in the back row by the Braves. Morgan Freeman sends it over with the right hand. Hendrickson plays it, set up for number 10, Loretta Tisch. But the Braves are there to play it. Just sends it back over again on a set. Here's the setup in the middle for Hodgson. Goes into the net. Goes into the net again, and the ball hits the floor. Pecatonica gets the point, 20 serving 18. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, when you are ready. Morgan Freeman goes on the attack on the far side, and a whistle, a carry called against Pecatonica. Belmont gets the point. Braves back to within 1, 19 serving 20. Morgan Freeman sending it over with the right hand. Tisch pushes it to the front row, and a carry called against the Vikings. As the Vikings bench not thrilled about that call at all, and now we are tied at 20. Morgan Freeman sending it over with the right hand. Ball popped up. Here's the send over, and a backwards pass goes beyond the Belmont end line, and Pecatonica gets the point. Vikings 21, Braves 20. Michaela Gross serving for Pecatonica, sending it over with the right hand. Rundy pushes ahead to the front row. A set, a pancake diving dig. Keeps it alive for Pecatonica. Belmont sends it over on the third hit. Ball popped up on the near side. Now a far side attack. Getting it down for the kill is number 10, Loretta Tisch. As that down is her fourth kill of the match. Pecatonica 22, Belmont 20. Running jump serve for Gross. He pops it up to the front row. Here's the setup in the middle. Hodgson taps it over, swatted right back. Now Kirshner battle at the net. Pecatonica now playing it on their side. And a great block there by number 2, Casey Rickers. Here's the setup on the near side as Lexi Rickers gets it down for the kill. A very tight set one, 21 serving 22. Claire Rundy set to serve for Belmont. Her serve is a liner played by Pecatonica. Here's the setup in the front row. Ball ricochets off the net, but Belmont able to play it. Here's the attack on the far side. Ball dug up by Gross, pushed ahead to the far side. Loretta Tisch sends it over with the right hand. Great diving dig by Lexi Rickers. Rickers going to tap it over for the third hit. Ball at the net, and slamming it down for the kill is Carson Raymaker. Pecatonica just trying to send it over on that third hit, and then that just set up Raymaker right in the middle to slam it home for the kill. 22, serving 22, and a timeout taken by the Vikings. That is their first of this set, as we are all tied up at 22 in this opening set of the WIAA Division 5 Regional Final here on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered in the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty of Fenimore and Lancaster, also by McNett Electric of Belmont. Tim Slack Auction and Realty has buyers looking for agricultural, commercial, and residential properties. If you have been considering selling, call Tim, Kathy, Chase, and their staff today. Tim Slack Auction and Realty, Lancaster, and Fenimore. McNett Electric extends their wishes to all local athletes as they begin postseason play. Chip and his crew can assist with outdoor outlets and cattle waterer maintenance, as well as other electrical needs, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Call McNett Electric in Belmont. Also by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists, the pros at Brian's gets the job done right for unexpected dings or major repair projects. Head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Running jump serve by Rundy, played in the back row by the Vikings, and a backwards pass for the third hit sends it back to the Belmont side. Here's the setup on the far side, a teardrop send over, gets down for the kill for Casey Rickers. And Belmont back in front, 23 serving 22. Claire Rundy set to serve again. Served by Rundy, played in the back row by Tish. Here's the setup in the middle. Tish goes on the attack. Rundy digs it out in the back row for Belmont. Here's the attack by Lexi Rickers. Ball ricocheted in the front row. Still played by Pecatonica. Tish sends it over with the right hand. Rundy digs it out again. Backwards pass to the center of the floor. Right-handed send over. Dug up in the back by Tish. Here's the setup. Tish getting it right back for the attack. Dug up in the back row by Morgan Freeman. Here's the setup on the far side. And it paints the corner for the kill. My goodness, what a timely hit by Casey Rickers. And we have set point. 24 serving 22. Belmont trying to close out set number one. Served by Claire Rundy, played by Tish. Here's the setup in the middle, backwards pass by Tish. Sends it over to the front row on Belmont's side. Rickers sending it over, great block at the net by Pecatonica. Here's the setup in the middle. Here's the attack, and getting it down for the set closing kill is Carson Raymaker. And Belmont takes set number one, 25-22. Boy, what a back and forth set number one here at Belmont High School. Again, we don't have commercial breaks on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel, and we are a YouTube-only broadcast, so we will stay here. Both teams switching sides, and we'll get to set number two in just a moment. I'll check in on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Over on Super Hits 106 and the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel, Cuba City taking set number one from Dodgeville in Division 3, 25-23. And in Division 4 on Extreme 107.1, Mineral Point takes set one from Cashton, 25-20. Also have an update from Barneville. We'll get to that in just a moment. And in that matchup on AM 1590 WPVL, Barneveld takes the first set from Schulzberg, 25-23. And the winner of that match takes on the winner of this match in Thursday's sectional semifinal round. Our great regional health center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Volleyball tonight brought to you by the Sports Page. They welcome you in for high school beverages and an order off their menu. Weekly specials include Friday night fish, Saturday night prime rib, and large shoe-topping pizzas on Sundays. The Sports Page in Belmont. Dave's Auto Body in Belmont offers top quality collision repair or minor automotive repair work, as well as a selection of pre-driven vehicles. Dave's Auto Body in Belmont. Sheetles Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Sheetles Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Russell Office is here to assist you as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Both teams now on the floor to begin set number 2. Belmont winning set number 1, 25-22. Belmont on the left side of the net, Pecatonica on the right side as we see it here for the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. And as you see it on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel as Addie McNett, wearing number 6, set to send it over. As the Liberos have now checked into the match. McNett takes a couple dribbles. The official blows the whistle. And here's the serve by McNett. Sent over with the right hand. Tish pushes to the front row for Pecatonica. He sends it over for the second hit. And a double hit into the net gives Belmont the point. Belmont 1, Pecatonica 0. 1 serving 0 in set number 1. Eddie McNett serving again, sends it over with the right hand. Tish pushes to the front row. Here's the setup on the near side for Hendrickson. Sends it over with the left hand. A collision in the back row by a couple of Belmont players, but the ball's still alive. Pecatonica with it on that side and able to get it down for the kill is number 1, Michaela Gross. Able to send it on a liner and paint the right corner. And now it's 1 serving 1. Running jump serve sent over with the right hand. Paul played up in the front row, or in the back row, I should say, by Grundy. Ball popped up sky high. Here's the hit by Hendrickson, goes into the net. Belmont gets the point, 2 serving 1. Standing serve by Morgan Freeman, dug up in the back row, but it goes out of bounds, and it will be an ace for Morgan Freeman. Three serving 1. Freeman sends it over with the right hand. Ball popped up and into the net, and Belmont gets the point, 4 serving 1. Ball sent over by Morgan Freeman. Here's the setup on the far side. Hendrickson trying to send it over. But it goes beyond the end line, and Belmont to a 5-1 lead. In this opening set, or the second set, beg your pardon. Ball set up in the middle, and the ball unplayable along the front row as just missing it was number 2, Brooklyn Johnsrud. Ball lands right in front of her, between her and the net, and it's Belmont 6 serving Pecatonica 1. Morgan Freeman serve, played in the back row by Tish. Here's the setup in the middle for Gross. Player Rundy digs it out in the back row for Belmont. Here's the attack, and painting the end line was number 21, Lexi Rickers. That's her 4th kill of the match. And Belmont out to a huge lead to begin, 7 serving 1. And here's the kill in the middle by number 10, Loretta Tish. That's her 5th of the match, ending the Belmont run. Now Diana Hendrickson setting things up. Trying to get the Vikings back in it in set number 2. Belmont leading 1-0, winning the first set. 25-22. Belmont plays the serve in the back row. Here's the setup in the middle for Hodgson, dug up in the back row. And a whistle as a double hit called against the Vikings. As again, Coach Schlimgen not necessarily thrilled about how that one was called. But it's 8 serving 2. Belmont with it as Callie Hodgson sends it over with the right hand. Here's the attack by Kirchner. Great block at the net, though, by Raymakers. Ball still alive. Belmont with it. They go on the attack, but it goes out of bounds. Belmont saying that it was ricocheted or tipped out of bounds by a Vikings player, but the officials say it's out of bounds on Belmont, and it will be 3-8 with Michaela Gross set to serve it over. Running jump serve played in the front row by Belmont and into the net, and that'll be an ace for Michaela Gross. That's her second of the match. As Michaela Gross trying to get the Vikings back into this one on this service, but she sends it into the net for her first service error of the match. 9-4, Belmont in front, with Casey Ricker set to serve. Running jump serve for Rickers, sends it over on with a right hand on a liner, played in the back row by the Vikings. Ball tapped over for the third hit by number 8, Aaliyah Harris. And the Braves send it back on a return, and finding the hole between the defenders is number 21, Lexi Rickers. She gets her 5th kill of the match. As Casey Rickers set to send it over again. 10-4. Belmont in control in this second set. Ball played and then returned, but it goes beyond the far sideline. I'll call that an ace for Casey Rickers, as Rickers sends it over with the right hand. Ball pops up to the back row. Here's the setup on the far side. Ball popped up. And pass to the front row. Loretta Tisch sends it over with the right hand. A side pass by Rickers sends it to the back row of the Vikings side. Ball tapped over by the Vikings. Ball set up, and a whistle as a net violation called against Pecatonica. Belmont gets the point. And Coach Melissa Schlimgen talking with the official on the far side of the floor as Belmont pads their lead. 12-4 in the second set. Standing serve. Pushed up to the front row. Great block at the net by Raymaker, and unable to send it over was number 5, Chase Hirsch. As she was off target, trying to punch that one over. And it's 13-4. Belmont very much in control in this second set, leading 1-0. This Division 5 regional final on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel. And this serve, what's the call here? They're awarding it to Belmont, and that is an ace for Rickers, as Belmont has stretched the lead to 10. There's all sorts of confusion among the Pecatonica players as the serve goes beyond the end line for a service error by Rickers. And now the Vikings will serve. 5-14 with number 14, Lila Schligman, set to send it over. Standing serve in the middle of the end line. Morgan Freeman pops it up. A backwards pass puts it ball in play, and Freeman sends it over on a side pass. Here's a setup in the middle, and getting it down for the kill is number 8, Aaliyah Harris. Well, that was set up beautifully on the far side by Tisch. Credit her with the assist, and it will be Schligman's serve again. 6-14. Standing serve on a liner, goes down as an ace. That is the 6th ace authored by the Vikings tonight, the first for Schligman. And a standing serve. 7-14 goes into the net for a service error. Belmont gets the point, 15-7. With Lexi Ricker serving for the Braves. She's got an ace so far tonight. As the Vikings send it over on the third hit, but Morgan Freeman right there to knock it down, gets the roof, the block kill. That's her third kill of the match, 16-7. Line drive serve, kept alive by Pecatonica, but the Vikings unable to return it. And a timeout taken by Pecatonica. Belmont in front in set number 2, 17-7 over the Vikings, leading 1-0. I'll give us a chance to tell you that our broadcast is brought to you by Mound City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop at Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at MoundCityBank.com. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. First Supply of Platteville, your total commercial plumbing and heating wholesale outlet. When quality parts are needed, the experts rely on First Supply in Platteville. Timmerman's Talents of Platteville. Call Todd Timmerman to find out how you can save by going green with solar solutions. Timmerman's Talents of Platteville and Timmerman's Talents LLC.com. 17 serving 7 in set number 2, and the serve goes into the net for a service error. First one on Lexi Rickers tonight. 8 serving 17 now with number 10, Loretta Tisch, set to serve for the Vikings. Running jump serve right side of the end line, played in the back row by the Braves. Morgan Freeman set up for the attack, sends it over with the right hand. Pecatonica there to play it on the near side. Ball blocked at the net, popped up sky high. Here's the set, and another set for the third hit. Sends it over to the Belmont side. Here's Freeman loading up, blocked at the net. Ball popped up, Freeman goes on the attack again, blocked at the net one more time. Ball set up, Freeman tries for the third time, sends it over, paints the corner for the kill. Morgan Freeman's 4th kill of the match, 18 serving 8. As she found an area where the defense wasn't. And now Carson Raymaker set to serve. Raymaker's serve kept alive, and a backwards pass sends it over to the Belmont side for the third hit. Freeman loads up for the attack, paints the near sideline, and that goes down for a kill. Morgan Freeman having herself a set here. 19 serving 8. Belmont trying to take a commanding 2-set lead on Pecatonica. Here's the serve. Played in the back row by the Vikings. Ball goes into the net, and unable to play it was number 8, Aaliyah Harris. And Belmont 5 points away from closing out set 2. As Raymaker sends it over again with the right hand. Tisch plays it for the Vikings, gets it right back. Right-handed attack, played in the back row by the Braves. Here's the attack on the near side, and a net violation called against Belmont as the Vikings will be awarded the point. Now Aaliyah Harris will serve for Pecatonica. Takes a couple dribbles, 9 serving 20. Right-handed serve, skirts the top of the net. Ball kept alive in the front row, and Freeman sends it over with the right hand for the third hit for the Braves. Here's the setup in the middle. Player Rundy pops it up in the back row. Set up on the near side. Great block at the net, but somehow kept alive by Belmont. Ball's out on the Pecatonica side. Here's the attack by Hendrickson. Goes beyond the end line. And Belmont will get the point. 21 serving 9. Hendrickson was set up for it, but just had a little too much send on it. Goes beyond the end line, and now Addie McNett will serve for Belmont. Running jump serve sent over with the right hand. Tisch plays it for Pecatonica. Here's the setup in the middle for Gross, but sends it into the net. Boy, the passing and hitting for Pecatonica just not there in the second set. Addie McNett serving again. Tisch plays it in the back row. Set up in the middle. Hendrickson paints the end line for the kill. Hendrickson gets the kill. Ends the Belmont run. 10 serving 22. Tatum Kirshner serving for Pecatonica. Running jump serve right side of the end line. Played in the back row by Rundy. Kelly Hodgson sends it over on a set. Now here's the setup on the near side. Hendrickson trying to tap it over, but it goes into the net. And it's 23 serving 10. Belmont. A couple hits away, or a couple points away from getting a commanding 2-set-to-none lead on the Pecatonica Vikings as Gross goes on the attack in the middle, and it went off player Rundy. And the Vikings will get the point. 11 serving 23. Set to serve now is number 7, Diana Hendrickson. She had a kill earlier in this set. Standing serve. Ball popped up. McNett pushes it to the front row. Lexi Ricker sends it over with the right hand. And the Vikings play it. Here's the attack by number 10, Loretta Tisch. Ball down on the Belmont side. Going on the attack. Trying to go cross court was Lexi Rickers. But the Vikings send it back over on the third hit. Here's the setup on the near side. The attack, great block at the net by Gross. Belmont back with it. Another attack, great block at the net. Ball falls on the Belmont side. The Vikings get the point. 12 serving 23. Hendrickson serving again. Standing serve, punch over with the right hand. Goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Service error. And it is set point for Belmont. 24 serving 12. Claire Rundy running jump serve, punch over with the right hand, played in the back row by Pecatonica. Here's the attack on the near side by Loretta Tisch. Belmont keeps it alive. Ball punched over on the third hit. Diving dig on the back by Jornby. And now he's right-handed sent over by Tisch. Belmont plays it. Ball ricocheted out of bounds, and Belmont gets the point. And Belmont wins set 2, 25-12. Belmont now with a 2-0 lead over the Pecatonica Vikings, and Belmont is 1 set away from winning their first regional championship in 20 years on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel. We'll do a quick check on the Shoebox scoreboard. Presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest, as I relay our score here to the other broadcasters across QueenB Radio calling our volleyball coverage tonight. I can tell you that Mineral Point took set 2 from Cashton 25-10. Mineral Point up 2-0 on Extreme 107-1. And that's the latest update that we have on our Shoebox scoreboard. Both teams have switched sides. We'll begin set number 3 in just a little bit. Our match tonight brought to you by Guys Truck and Tractor for heavy-duty towing and recovery. Reliable 24-hour roadside service and long-distance transports. Call on Guys Truck and Tractor in Kieler and at guystruck.com. Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, their guided upland bird and waterfowl hunts with friends and family will create memories that'll last forever. Take your best shot with Point and Flush Sportsman's Club in Potosi. Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified sander, installer, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. Krantz Auto Parts, your local hardware Hank and Napa dealer. See Rob Krantz of the crew at Krantz Auto Parts for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts of Fenimore. Also by Shannon Marie Photography. Learn more at shanmariePhoto.com. Bytech Resource Management at Greener Way. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors at Belmont, Prairie du Chien, and at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at Sloans.com. Bouse Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Bouse Electric in Lancaster and Fenimore. WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at WCC-Brands.com. We are set to begin set number 3. Belmont leading 2-0, and the serve by the Vikings is played in the back row and sent to the near side. Morgan Freeman goes on the attack, but a whistle blows as Belmont is awarded the point. Didn't see what the signal was that, or the violation that Pecatonica had, but Belmont gets the point. And it's 1-0 to begin set number 3. Belmont leading 2-0, 25-22, 25-12. Served by McNett, played in the back row by Jornby. Ball trying to be sent over as Callie Hodson with a great block and a great diving save by number 12, Tatum Kirshner, as a kill in the middle by Callie Hodson. Gets the point for Belmont. And now McNett set to serve again for the Braves, 2-0. Running jump serve punched over. Jorenby can't play it. It'll be officially called a carry against Jorenby. But Belmont gets the point either way. 3 serving 0. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. All set up on the near side for Morgan Freeman. Goes into the net, and Pecatonica is awarded the points. Vikings on the scoreboard in set number 3. 1 serving 3 with number 7, Diana Hendrickson, set to serve. Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control with over 40 years of professional, friendly service. Morgan Freeman sends it back over for Belmont. A backwards pass sends it sky high, and the attack for Hendrickson stays in bounds along the near corner. Hendrickson gets the kill. That's her second of the match unofficially, and it will be Hendrickson's serve. 2 serving 3. Standing serve sent over to the back row. Freeman trying to chase it, but it goes out of bounds, and we are tied at 3 in set 3. Donnie's Tire and Auto, called the only hooker in town for 24-hour towing service at 568-3014. That's 568-3014. Your home for excellent car care is at Donnie's Tire and Auto in Dickeyville. Morgan Freeman sending it over on the third hit for Belmont. Here's the setup on the far side. Tisch sends it over with the right hand. Ball ricocheted, gets it right back. Morgan Freeman pops it up with the left hand. A pass to Freeman, trying to send it over with the left hand. Ball rolls over, finds the floor, and Belmont gets the point. About halfway through the match, this would be our Peterson Agency halftime report presented by the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Brian Peterson specializing in home, farm, auto, and umbrella policies. As Belmont has won a very tight back and forth set 1, as Pecatonica is going to get the point as Belmont was trying to chase it from going out of bounds, but too unplayable for the Braves. And we are tied at 4 in set number 3. Belmont able to pull away late in that first set and then dominant all the way through set number 2. And the Braves 1 set away from closing out Pecatonica, but tied up here in set 3 as the attack is off the wrist of a Pecatonica player. I believe it was number 6, Caitlin Jorenby. And now the Braves back in front, 5 serving 4 with player Rundy set to serve. Her serve, a liner over the net. Ball set up for Tisch, sends it over with the right hand for the third hit. Casey Rickers sending it over with the right hand. Or Lexi Rickers, beg your pardon. Here's the return by Pecatonica, and the ball finds the floor on the Pecatonica side. Belmont gets the point. Braves up by 2, 6 serving 4. The Stroh's Inn Bar and Grill in Hollandale. The food is great. Come early and stay late. The Stroh's Inn Bar and Grill in Hollandale. Follow Stroh's Inn on Facebook to learn more, as the ball, either the ball rolled over the net or it was called a carry against Pecatonica. But we'll credit Rundy for the ace. 7 serving 4. Belmont in front in the third set, leading 2-0. Pecatonica returning it. And getting it down for the kill is number 22, Carson Raymaker. 8 serving 4. Belmont in front. Again, this is the second time that these two programs have faced each other. They last saw each other in what was the second match of the season for both programs at the Monticello Invite. Belmont winning that one 2-1 as another ace authored by Claire Rundy. And Belmont up by 5, 9 serving 4. Steve's Pizza, it's never too early to book your holiday party. Email Steve's Pizza reservations at gmail.com to get the holiday ball rolling at Steve's Pizza in Platteville. Here's the serve by Claire Rundy. Ball popped up, and now the attack. This one popped up sky high, backwards pass, and now a right-handed hit. Great block at the net by number 4, Madeline Cleary. And a kill by number 21, Lexi Rickers. This is a 50-50 ball at the net. She won the battle, slammed it down for the kill. 10 serving 4. Braves on top of the Vikings in set 3. Their Rundy's serve sent over in the back row. Here's the kill attempt by Tisch. Dug up in the back row by Rundy, sent over by Raymaker, and now Tisch with a set for the third hit for Pecatonica. Here's the setup on the far side, and off the chest of number 12, Tatum Kirshner. Ball finds the floor. Pecatonica up 11-4. Pecatonica Co-op Oil and South Wayne Mart. For all of your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle, but for yourself as well. Quality Cenex fuel products will keep you on the go. The South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op Oil of South Wayne. Timeout on the floor. Taken by the Vikings. Belmont leading 11-4 in set 3, trying to close out and win in straight sets over the Pecatonica Vikings. Volleyball tonight brought to you by the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. They offer a history of caring and understand that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and traditions. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory. Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington. Contact Fritz's Burner Service, your best choice for all heating and cooling needs in Darlington and the surrounding area. Check them out on the web at fritz'sburnerservices.com. With providers in Platteville, Cuba City, Kieler, and now Darlington, family medicine at Southwest Health brings exceptional, accessible, and convenient care right to your community. Clare Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Clare Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Action resumes. Rundy sends it over with the right hand for Belmont, and a right-handed attack. Dug up in the back row by Belmont, and a block kill at the net. No! Did they say a violation against Pecatonica? I thought that would have been Pecatonica's point. They must have said it went out of bounds, so it's Belmont's point, 12 serving 4, as Jornby plays it in the back row and sent back over to the Belmont side. Here's the attack on the far side. Jornby plays it in the back row for Peck, and Tisch goes on the attack. Ball ricocheted in the air, and Belmont unable to return it. Pecatonica gets the point. Shoebox scoreboard update over on AM 1590 WPVL. Schallsburg and Barneveld tied at a set apiece. 25-23. Schallsburg wins set 2. Here's the serve by Lila Schlingen, beg your pardon. Ball ricocheted and popped back to the Belmont side, and a set. Pops it over to the front row for Pecatonica. Here's the setup for Tisch. Ball popped up sky high. Player Rundy pushes it over on the third hit for Belmont. Braves get it right back. Here's the attack by Rickers. Ball blocked at the net. Player Rundy pushes ahead. Rickers loads up again. This one played in the back row now by Pecatonica. Far side attack. Tisch, teardropper, still alive. And a side pass sent back over to the Pecatonica side. Set up on the far side for Tisch, trying to get it down. Rickers pops it up again. Raymaker there for the second hit. And Casey Rickers sends it over for the third, and a whistle against Pecatonica and a carry called against the Vikings. 13 serving 5. Belmont in control in this third set. Sports page welcomes you in for high school beverages and order at their menu. Weekly specials include Friday night fish, Saturday night prime rib, and large 2-topping pizzas on Sundays. The sports page in Belmont. Running jump serve for Casey Rickers. Played in the back row by Pecatonica. Set up in the middle. Great diving dig in the back row for Belmont. Backwards pass sent over to the Pecatonica side. Braves now have it on their side. Casey Rickers on the attack. Ball ricocheted in the front row for Peck. Ball quickly sent back over. Belmont, 50-50 ball at the net, finds the floor. Pecatonica gets the point. Or no, they say a double hit against Pecatonica. As the Pecatonica side is not thrilled about the officiating here. Frustration building, and no point will be awarded. We'll replay the point. It's still 13 serving 5. Yeah, the official signaled double hit, but it wasn't on the Pecatonica side, so I'm not sure exactly what happened there. But action resumes as Pecatonica returns the serve to the Belmont side. Braves go on the attack far side. Ball ricocheted in the front row. Played in the back row by Pecatonica. Here's the attack. Great dig in the back row by Casey Rickers. Belmont quickly returns it, and the attack goes beyond the end line. And Belmont gets the point. As Pecatonica just a bit off target on their hits and their passing in the second and third sets of this match. 14 serving 5. And the running jump serve goes beyond the end line for a service error. And it will be Pecatonica's point. Loretta Tisch serving. Just sent over with the right hand. Morgan Freeman sends it to the front row. Now Rundy punches it over. Vikings in the middle. Ball ricocheted at the net. And Hendrickson now plays it for the Vikings. Here's the attack. Ball ricocheted off the fingertips and out of bounds. And the Vikings, I believe, get the point. 6 serving 15. Dave's Auto Body in Belmont offers top quality collision repair or minor automotive repair work, as well as a selection of pre-driven vehicles. Dave's Auto Body in Belmont. And Hendrickson going on the attack. Ball popped up sky high. It hits the hoop right above him, but the Braves able to keep it alive. Pecatonica with it on their side. They send it over on a set, and a great kill at the net by Aaliyah Harris. Vikings trying to fight their way back. 7 serving 15 in the third set. Pecatonica leading 2 sets, or Belmont leading 2 sets to none. Ball sent over with the right hand. Belmont plays it. Here's the attack by Freeman. Near side, diving dig, goes out of bounds. Belmont gets the point. 16 serving 7. Sheetles Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Sheetles Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. Also by Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready. Carson Raymaker serve. Stays in bounds, and that's an ace. 17 serving 7. Belmont in control. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. Here's the attack. Great block at the net and getting the roof. Try to see who got credit for that one. I believe it was number 23, Emily Ryder, for the Braves. 18 serving 7. Carson Raymaker punches it over with the right hand. Diana Hendrickson, a running tapper for Pecatonica. Belmont quickly returns it, and Michaela Gross off target. Couldn't send it over on the third hit. 19 serving 7. And we'll see if Coach Schlimgen decides to take a timeout here. But Raymaker will serve for Belmont. Hendrickson loads up for the attack. And it's a point for Belmont. I don't know if it was a net violation or if that's just how the point finished up, but it's 20 serving 17. Belmont on top, standing serve. Ball sent over with the right hand. Ball ricocheted in the back row. Michaela Gross hits it into the net. And Belmont on top. Now a timeout will be taken by Pecatonica. Belmont 4 points away from a 3-set sweep of the Pecatonica Vikings and bringing home their first regional title in 20 years. Title broadcast is brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC. Provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here. Russell Office is here to assist you as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's gets the job done right for unexpected dings or major repair projects. Head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Final timeout taken by Pecatonica. 21 serving 7. Belmont 4 points away from winning their first regional title in 20 years. Standing serve for Carson Raymaker, played in the back row by Pecatonica, and an underhand hit goes into the net. Belmont's point, 22 serving 7. Here's a serve for Raymaker, goes into the net, service error. Mount City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. Running jump serve for number 12, Tatum Kirshner. Played in the back row by the Braves. Ball set up on the far side for an attack. Ball ricocheted in the air, out of bounds. Belmont gets the point. 23 serving 8. Tim Slack Auction and Realty has buyers looking for agricultural, commercial, and residential properties. If you've been considering selling, call Tim, Kathy, Chase, and their staff today. Tim Slack Auction, Realty, Lancaster, and Fenimore. Running jump serve by Addie McNett clears the end line for a service error. And it will be Diana Hendrickson serving for Pecatonica, 9 serving 23. Vikings need to go on a miracle run here if they're going to have a chance to stay in this one. Braves quickly returned it off the serve, and the attack goes beyond the end line. And it is regional championship point for Belmont. Morgan Freeman will serve it for the Braves. Freeman taking a couple dribbles. The official blows the whistle. Freeman sends it over with the right hand. Tisch pushes to the front row, gets it right back. A teardropper finds the floor. And Pecatonica gets the point. 10 serving 24. Still regional championship point for Belmont. Running jump serve for Gross. Belmont plays it in the back row. Here's the attack by Rickers. Gets it down! And Belmont wins the regional championship 3-0. 25-22, 25-12, 25-10. The Belmont Braves win their first regional championship since 2004. A 20-year drought has been snapped here this evening at Belmont High School. The Braves improved to 20-7 overall, and they await the winner of the match that we have on AM 1590 WPVL between Barneveld and Schulzberg. Last we checked, they are tied at 1 set apiece. So we will see what happens with the Belmont Braves on Thursday night. And for the Pecatonica Vikings, their season ends with a record of 15-9 overall on the season. And the seniors who have played their last match of high school volleyball include number 1, Michaela Gross, number 18, Raya Jornby, Madeline Cleary, Diana Hendrickson, and Brianna Turner. As the regional championship plaque set to be awarded to the Belmont Braves. Athletic Director Brandon Weiss gives the plaque to Danielle Bonin. She raises it high, and it's party time for Belmont. The Belmont Braves, regional champions, winning 3-0 over Pecatonica tonight. Again, 25-22, 25-12, and 25-10. Volleyball tonight brought to you by McNett Electric. They extend their wishes to all local athletes as they begin the fall postseason play. Chip and his crew can assist with outdoor outlets and kettle water maintenance, as well as other electrical needs. Electrical, commercial, or residential, call McNett Electric in Belmont. Also by Nodolph Lumber, Belmont and Darlington for agricultural, commercial, and residential building projects and remodels. Nodolph Lumber can assist serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 100 years. Nodolph Lumber in Belmont and Darlington. The Braves are taking pictures on the far side of the floor, as you can see on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered in the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty of Fenimore and Lancaster and McNett Electric of Belmont. We'll have our volleyball post-match show coming up. We'll see if Coach Bonin and a few players will join us for some post-match thoughts, as, again, these girls have become those girls that have snapped the 20-year regional championship drought for Belmont volleyball. Also check in on the Shoebox scoreboard in just a moment. More of our sponsors for high school volleyball tonight include the Stroh's Inn Bar and Grill in Hollandale. The food is great. Come early and stay late. The Stroh's Inn Bar and Grill in Hollandale. Follow Stroh's Inn on Facebook to learn more. Steve's Pizza. It's never too early to book your holiday party. Email Steve's Pizza reservations at gmail.com to get the holiday ball rolling at Steve's Pizza in Platteville. Pecatonica Co-op Oil in South Wayne Mart. For all of your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle, but for yourself as well. Quality Cenex fuel products will keep you on the go. The South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op Oil of South Wayne. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and traditions. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory. Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington. Contact Fritz's Burner Service, your best choice for all heating and cooling needs in Darlington and the surrounding area. Check them out on the web at fritzsburnerservices.com. With providers in Platteville, Cuba City, Kieler, and now Darlington, Family Medicine at Southwest Health brings exceptional, accessible, and convenient care right to your community. And by Claire Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Reminder to check out the Papa Murphy's of Platteville and Prairie du Chien High School Football Roundup. Our team recaps and previews the games in our area. Catch the teams of the week, players of the week, and Steve's High Five. Episodes drop every Thursday during the season on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube and SoundCloud channels. Okay, I'm going to step aside for a brief moment and get a drink of water, but we anticipate Danielle Bonin and a few players will stop up and join us after photos and celebrations with family, friends, and the Belmont community as the Belmont Braves win their first regional championship in high school volleyball since 2004 tonight, a 3-set sweep over the Pecatonica Vikings here tonight. Our volleyball post-match show coming up in just a few moments. Keep it right here on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel. Back in Belmont for our volleyball post-match show on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel. The Belmont Braves are your winners tonight. They win in straight sets, 25-22, 25-12, and 25-10. Tyler Dictanis with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered in the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty of Fenimore and Lancaster and McNett Electric of Belmont. Again, we're awaiting Coach Danielle Bonin and a couple players to come up and join us for some post-match thoughts as the regional championship plaque making the rounds for all the players to take photos and celebrate the accomplishment that the Belmont girls volleyball team accomplished here tonight. Again, their first regional championship since 2004. They have ended a 20-year drought in volleyball. And again, the Belmont girls programs have had a lot of success over the last few years, especially with Belmont girls basketball reaching the sectionals in back-to-back years. Mostly senior girls part of that. Of course, Belmont softball always a contender in Division 5 as well, and volleyball, they've come close. They've been to the regional finals a few different times over the last few years, but unable to break through. But tonight was their night, and they punched their ticket to the sectional round, and they await the winner of Schulzberg and Barneveld. If Barneveld wins, Belmont will go to Barneveld on Thursday night. If Schulzberg wins, Belmont will host the sectional semifinal round, and then the sectional championship would be at Monticello a week from today. A quick recap of the scoring here tonight. It was a very tight first set. It was very back and forth, pretty gridlocked, but then Belmont able to go on a nice run and win the first set 25-22, and then sets 2 and 3, just all dominance by Belmont, and Pecatonica just had a tough time passing the ball and off target on their attacks. Ball's not being in play. There were a few calls that probably didn't go Pecatonica's way, but the Belmont Braves, the clear winner tonight. Belmont, your winner in straight sets, 25-22, 25-12, and 25-10. And trying to see if Coach Bonin or a few players will come up and join us in just a moment. Individual scoring, again, these stats very unofficial. But for Belmont tonight, they were led by Lexi Rickers. I had her down for 6 kills on the match, 5 for Morgan Freeman, 4 for Carson Raymaker, 2 for both Casey Rickers and Callie Hodgson, and 1 for Emily Ryder. As a team, Belmont had 6 aces and 6 service errors. As for Pecatonica tonight, Loretta Tisch, 5 kills, Aaliyah Harris, 4 kills, 2 kills each for Diana Hendrickson and Michaela Gross. And as a team, Pecatonica had 6 aces and 3 service errors. Again, the Braves celebrating with the regional championship plaque, so trying to get the attention of Coach Bonin, see if she will join us for some post-match thoughts.
Danielle. Coach. Danielle. Coach. Yeah, come up. Yep. All right.
All right, we finally got Coach Bonin's attention. She's making her way up to the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. We'll have some post-match thoughts with her in just a brief moment here. Again, updates on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Mineral Point sweeps Cashton, 3 sets to none, 25-20, 25-10, 25-22. Cuba City sweeps Dodgeville, 25-23, 25-18 and 25-19. And again, Schulzberg and Barneveld tied at a set apiece. Barneveld won set 1, 25-23. Schulzberg winning set 2, 25-23. And a very back-and-forth match over on AM 1590 WPVL. Again, the winner of that match will take on the Belmont Braves coming up on Thursday night. And we are joined by Danielle Bonin, head coach of the Belmont Braves. Let me just get our audio situation figured out here in just a second. And we have the camera feed, and there we are, Coach, on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
On the win this evening, and you talked about what an accomplishment this would be for the girls that they came away with the win, and boy, did they look impressive, especially in that second and third set. Talk about your team's performance tonight, because it looked outstanding from here.
This is the best that the Belmont Braves have played all season, and I am so incredibly proud of them. They came together as a team. It was like they connected at the right moment. That first set was tough, but I think they realized, they have it in them. They can work together, and when we work together, we come out on top.
Yep. And did it feel like that in that first set that you kind of took the best shot that Pecatonica had? Did you kind of have the game plan figured out and because that showed how dominant Belmont was in the second and third sets. Everything was much more crisp and everything on your side as opposed to the Pecatonica side. Was there something that you noticed that you were able to adjust?
We made some slight adjustments, but really what the girls did is they looked for those holes and they put the ball down. The power that was coming off of those hitters in the second and third is exactly what we needed to do. Put the ball straight down to the ground, get on top of it, and run our offense that we need to do. The other thing that I think that we really did good on in the second and third is our passes were crisp. They were right where they needed to be. Coming into regionals, we did an adjustment with our serve receive, and that is what we probably should have done at the beginning of the season. But I'm glad that the girls were okay with me to make that change, and they're receptive to my ideas, but sometimes they don't buy in until it actually works. Right. And here we are, it works on us.
Yep. Would you say that well, you said that this is the best that they've played all year, and playing your best volleyball in the postseason is definitely the most ideal time to be doing it. What's the area of growth that you've seen from your team over the last few matches that have led to having the success that your team has had tonight?
I think the biggest thing is they've built into the trust, and they built into the trust of the rest of the team on the bench. When I call on players to be pulled off of the bench, they know that they can do versus that I don't know if I can do. We've changed that mentality, and that's exactly what we needed to do postseason. That can-do attitude is what wins you games.
Yeah. We're going to ask you about our Tricor Turning Point, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. Was there a specific moment or series of moments that you felt like the momentum had officially swung in your favor? I thought that the run late in set one, kind of set the tempo for sets 2 and 3, but was there anything in particular that stood out to you?
I think the biggest thing was that, that comeback that we had in the first set, but then what our girls do a really good job with is coming back off of 5 or 6 points, and at one point I believe we were down 5 points, and that's a lot to come back off of, and our girls do a really good job with that. So with that turning point of us getting back to tied and realizing, hey, we can do this together, that's exactly what we needed to do to push us to the second and third. Unfortunately, we got into Pecatonica's minds, and when one team is hyped and excited, the other team always seems to crumble a little bit, and unfortunately that was Pecatonica tonight.
Yep, and as you said, it's very rare that you kind of see these 7 or 8 point runs, especially with rallies going, and then teams competing for a regional championship in high stakes matches like this. And it really felt like there were a lot of momentum swings in that first set, but then once you got that momentum in that first set, it was pretty much all systems go from there.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly what happened. I think our girls did a really good job at reading the hole where it really needed to be. Pecatonica ran a really good defense. They were right behind the ball almost every single time, but the girls then found those holes even deeper where they needed to.
Yep, and last we checked, it was
tied, right?
Yep, it was tied, and we just got an update on that. Barneveld wins set 3, 25-21. So Barneveld with a 2-1 lead over Schulzberg. That one on AM 1590 WPVL. So we don't know who it is yet, but have you done any, obviously Schulzberg, you know a lot about. Either way, whatever the opponent is, what's going to be the biggest point of emphasis with your team heading into Thursday?
I think what we did tonight with the energy and believing in ourselves that we can do something. It's been 20 years since we've been regional champs. We might not have been conference champs this year, which was our original goal, but we're just checking what we need to do. As far as Barneveld and Schulzberg, they're both really good teams. Clearly, we know Schulzberg a little bit better, and we can read off of what we have. But with Barneveld, they know how to hit the ball. So we need to make sure that our blocks are where they need to be, and that's exactly what our girls did tonight. Is they blocked the hell out of the ball, and we haven't done that all season.
Yep, and the final question I'll ask you is, again, we talked about the success of these Belmont girls over the last few years in multiple sports with basketball and softball and stuff like that. This is, one of those, glass breaking, type of moments for these girls. How much do you buy into the success from other sports bleeding into the other ones? And do you think that experience in those other sports really does help, in these types of situations when you get into the sectional round?
I think a lot of it is that teamwork dynamic, right? So these girls are spending every single day with each other, not only in school, but in their post-school extracurricular activities,
right,
whether it might be sports or FFA or whatever it could be. They're spending a lot of time together, so they're building that trust and that respect with each other. And these girls, they just play really hard, and they put every ounce into everything that they do. This is one of the best teams that we've coached, or that I've coached in the last 4 years. We've had really, really good players in the last 4 years, but this is one of the teams that has really come together and been impactful for the program.
Yeah, it's been a fun season, and it's been great seeing the postseason run so far. We'll pick up the action again on Thursday night, one of our QueenB radio family of stations, and we'll see what your opponent's going to be, and we're looking forward to seeing how the journey continues for the Belmont Braves next week. Thanks a lot, Coach, for joining us. Go enjoy this one, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks so much.
Yep, absolutely. Danielle Bonin, the head coach of the Belmont Braves, kind enough to join us on our post-match show. As again, the Belmont Braves, your winner tonight, 3-0 over the Pecatonica Vikings, 25-22, 25-12, and 25-10. Again, we asked Coach about the Tricor Turning Point, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. And that will wrap things up for us from Belmont High School. Thanks to both head coaches, Danielle Bonin and Melissa Schlimgen, for the rosters, starters, and information about both teams to tell you the story of this volleyball match this evening. Thanks again to Brandon Weiss and the entire staff at Belmont High School for their hospitality, warmth, and helping us make sure that we can get this video stream up and running on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel, also on the Belmont Community Schools YouTube channel as well. Thanks to all of our sponsors who help us bring high school volleyball to you, and thank you for listening and watching along. This has been Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school volleyball, presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on the QueenB Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered in the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty and McNett Electric. Again, your final score from Belmont High School: the Belmont Braves over the Pecatonica Vikings, 3-0, 25-22, 25-12, and 25-10. The Belmont Braves win their first regional championship since 2004, ending a 20-year drought. From the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis. Thanks so much for joining us, and good night from Belmont High School.